Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. Today is Fabulous Friday. It's January 15th. My name is Keely. I'm excited to be here with you today as your host. Our quote of the day today is, "Success does not lie in results, but in efforts. Being the best is not so important. Doing the best is all that matters." I really love this quote. I just finished the 4 agreements a little while back, and always do your best is one of the 4 agreements. And if you haven't read that book, highly recommend it. It's a great book. And just something that I've learned of being in this business for 4 years is to know what your goals are, but don't just focus on your goals, focus on the process. All right, so we have some dates to take note of. We are having our national conference. It's going to be online this year, and that is going to be 3 days of really great training. So the 18th through the 20th, make sure to get those days cleared out so that you can be fully present. Our theme this year is shifting higher into focused transformation. Really excited for our national conference. We've got our leaders retreat coming up in August, the 13th through the 17th, 2021. Excited to see you all in Mexico. Our Founders Live is every Monday. Make sure you tune into that. It's definitely important to be there. A lot of important announcements. We get to see some recognition, people who are killing it out there in the businesses, and also a different training each and every week. So make sure that you are tuning into the Founders Live every Monday at 4 p.m. through Facebook. As of this week, we've started something new with our national study groups. That's going to be every Monday night at 7 p.m. We're starting with the essentials. And this is a great additional marketing tool to use when you're speaking with your guests, that we've got national study groups now to offer. And make sure that you download the Renatus Helios app. There are the Money Mastery videos or the Money Matrix videos in there that you can actually share with your guests. And with the app, you'll want to give it 5 stars when you're looking at it through the store, and then make sure you know how to locate your access code. For more information on that, so that I don't take up too much time during the announcements, go back and watch the Founders webinar from Monday or last week. Those will both give you more details on the Helios app and why you want to take advantage of that. Every week, we've got our Private Capital Masterclass last night at 6 p.m. So that's every Thursday. And that was a lot of fun. Dane does a great job at facilitating that. Make sure you're watching your classes and showing up with questions. Our daily real estate action mastermind is happening Monday through Friday. It's our dream call. It starts at 9 o'clock right after this call. So it's about 45 minutes long. Watch your classes, analyze deals, and bring your questions to the mastermind. And then we have our Zoom up call, which is Monday through Friday at noon. It's only about 15-20 minutes long. We get to hear a different story each and every day from someone in the Renatus Nation. So those are really powerful for your guests. We've got an entire playlist on YouTube of those that you can just send to your guest. The YouTube channel is Elevate Renatus. So if you can't make it live, send them over that playlist. OES.com is where you can find out more about the OES, the optional event subscription, what that is, and why you should be a part of that. Every Tuesday, if you are looking to introduce anybody to our profits education, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, there is a profits intro offered by Bob Tierney. And then we do a weekly virtual house tour of someone's deal. And we've done them in Denver. We're usually doing them in Salt Lake City, but we're definitely starting to branch out a little bit more. I believe we've got one coming up in the next couple of weeks in Hawaii. So these virtual house tours are really fun. Make sure you're building for these, getting your guests attending these. Last night, or not last night, but on Wednesday, we saw Tim Vreeland's property. It was a really cool deal. So he put in $72,000 to fix it up, purchased it for $330,000, and he's looking at a $50,000 profit. Congratulations, Tim. So as I just mentioned, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, we've got our house tour offered in English. And then also at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, we have a study group, the AIT bonus track study group, that's offered in Spanish. On Thursdays, we have our house tour offered in Spanish, our Pillars of Wealth intro presentation in English, follow-up and funding webinar for those with more questions, an onboarding session, an essential study group, as well as multifamily wholesaling and short-term rental. All of that's happening at 7 p.m. on Thursday, Mountain Time. We do record these morning calls. You can find them in a couple of places. We've got our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. Our Facebook page has a lot of important announcements there. You get to network with other students and catch these recordings. It's Renatus Team Elevate. Make sure you're part of that page if you're not. And then our YouTube channel is Elevate Renatus. You can utilize that for these morning calls as well as the Zoom up calls, those 15-minute stories that I just mentioned. Today is Fabulous Friday. We get to learn from Lily Puertas. I'm so grateful that Lily is spending an hour with us every Friday. Make sure to take notes. She has reached a lot of success and has been taking this business very seriously, which is why we've got her training on Fridays. Like all of us on the call, Lily is a dreamer, and she was a coach for Rich Dad Poor Dad for many years, a Spanish coach for Latin countries, and became a real estate agent in 2006, helping hundreds of families get homes. And Lily is from Peru and has been living in Salt Lake City, Utah since 1996. Her dreams of financial freedom have haunted her for years, but thanks to the Renatus education and this program, Lily has been able to accomplish that. So she has worked very hard to create enough passive income in rental real estate to cover all of her expenses. And so she is out of the rat race, and that's so, so inspiring. And then not only that, she's a marketing leader. She's on the PIT team and training to be on the PAC, the President's Advisory Council. So she's also helping enroll students across the country. And now what she's working on is creating enough passive income to cover all of her luxuries. So again, make sure to take notes. I'm excited for what Lily has for us today. Good morning, Lily. How are you?
Good morning. Very well. Yeah, I'm doing great. Fantastic. Well, hope you also guys are doing fantastic. Fabulous Friday. And yeah, I mean, we're in January, starting a new year with our goals and with this energy that we all want to have. So basically, I would ask you, how are you doing with your goals? Are you keeping up? Are you restructuring your goals? What is it for you right now? They don't have to answer, but I mean, just think about it. What is it for me right now? Where am I? What do I want for this year? And that's a very important question that we should ask ourselves and establish or structure our goals as we talked the last Friday. Well, let me tell you what I'm doing right now so far. I'm just taking this seriously, and I'm doing my morning glory, my affirmation, my visualization, my exercises. I'm trying to believe that I'm capable of. I mean, actually, no. Let me just rephrase this. I'm believing in myself, making sure that I'm capable of doing those goals, and my goals are higher than before. I mean, that's okay. Sometimes our mind can betray us and say, "Really? You think you can do it?" And yeah, sometimes you have high goals, and when you repeat yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna make this amount of money," and then you say like, "Nah, you're not even close to that goal." Well, since it's the beginning of the year, your mind cannot cheat you or not betray you because it's the beginning of the year. It's a time for me, and I hopefully you can to believe in yourself. You can believe in yourself. You have 11 months to accomplish your goal, so there's no discouragement of no accomplishment right now. Okay, so keep that in mind. I also invite you to participate in several, well, and I mean, in one or two events will lift you up. Like, I don't know, I really like Tony Robbins, or maybe other people that you like. Try to register with them. One thing I like about Tony Robbins is he used to make his money about events with millions, well, maybe a thousand of people attended to those events, but now he cannot do that anymore. Did he went bankruptcy? No, he had to be creative. I can reach people, he may thought, and now he's doing great again. So that's one thing that sometimes we tend to blame on, oh, the circumstances, oh, the world is changing, oh, I cannot do what I was doing before. Well, then, as I said before, we need to adjust our mind. We need to maybe realize that this will be the new norm. Who knows, right? Some countries are closing again because of this new, I mean, well, the same virus, but a new version of the virus. So as people say, oh, there's a new wave coming. Well, instead of thinking about that, we can think, how I can improve myself in this time of challenges. How can I be better version of myself? How can I still make money in times when everyone is saying that the world is ending? No, we have. I mean, it's how you perceive with your mind the things we're going through. Okay, so with that said, okay. Well, let me tell you though. Yesterday, I was about was midnight, and I was with my in-laws. We're talking, they're elderly people, and we were talking about their lives. And it was about 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. It's like, well, I'm going. I have to go to sleep. They live in Utah County, and I realized, oh my goodness, tomorrow is Friday. No way! I totally forgot about this fabulous Friday. It's like, okay, so this morning I was like almost forgetting that I have to meet with you. But of course, here I am because I have this, how can I say this? Compromise, this compromise, compromiso. Sorry, I don't have the right word. Compromise. I mean, that I want to be with you. Okay. So that's me, yo my Spanglish, jumping here and there. Okay. So today I want to mention a few things that I learned from Robert Kiyosaki. Like Kili said, I worked for him for 5 years, um, and I learned a lot of his philosophy, and I make that philosophy mine. Of course, some of them I'm not agree with it, but the majority of what he said is what I agree, especially when he talks about money. For instance, he said, uh, real quick, it's about, let me see if I can just, it's about who you are, who you are. Keep striving and you become somebody. Quit and you also become somebody, but not the same person, right? So whatever is become who you are exactly, who you're becoming after what you're doing. If you're doing good things to strive for be a better person, be better financially, you're gonna get it. But if you say no, it's not working, it's hard. I mean, it's working for Lily because she had experience now, and then you will, of course, you will be a quitter, and you will do nothing, and you will be doing the same thing again with your. I mean, nothing against your 8 hours, but it's not what will make you rich exactly. Especially why? Because money is a drug. Really? Yes, it is. Money is a drug because sometimes um, we are wired to get money if we do something. If I go to work, I have to get paid. If I provide a service, I have to get paid, right? But if someone tells you, Kelly, today you're gonna get paid, but you're going to learn. What? No, 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 no. It's my time. My time is worth. I mean, it's worth whatever an hour. It depends what is your mentality. And sometimes if we don't manage that properly, we become addicted to money. We become addicted to money. And that's why it's very hard for some people to leave their quadrant. You know, some people is used to work for someone, you know, and and it's hard when you and actually this is true. I remember when I was an employee and I wanted to jump to a self-employed, I couldn't. Like, oh my goodness, what if I don't make the sales that I want to? And I have these needs and I have these responsibilities. And I understand it's hard because we are part of the system where we make ourselves as slaves of the money. Because of course, whatever we buy and we get in debt. But it's hard at the very beginning because again, it's hard because we believe that is hard. And actually, I can say I'm not regretting, not even not nothing. When I jump from employee quadrant to self-employed quadrant, and guess what? For me, I thought I was going to the business quadrant. That's what I thought. But then for the activities that what I was doing, I realized I wasn't a self-employed. So I was the system. So let me just tell you a little bit what it is. So an employee works for a system, for a job. An S is the system. A B creates, owns, and controls the system. That's what I wanted to be, but I was at that time I didn't. I made some mistakes, and I invest money into systems. Where are you? Where exactly are you? If after I tell you what it is, where exactly do you think you are? Where is your money? The majority of your money coming from which quadrant? Nothing wrong, not to be ashamed right now, but then you have time to think where I want to be in 2 or 3 years. What do I need to do this year to become to that to go to that quadrant? Um, I think I mentioned this to you before. I really wanted to have passive income so bad. I wouldn't want to have passive income that I was doing whatever it takes to go to that point. And with that mentality, I didn't really hesitate when I met Renato's or Michael, whoever. So yeah, this is it. I want to do something different to achieve my goals. But again, if I wouldn't have goals, I would still be working for someone. I would. So then part of your changing or who you becoming has to do with your dream, has to do with your passion, with your goals, what you want to achieve in life, and how bad you want it. Because if you said, well, if I make the money, fine, and if I don't, oh well. And sometimes you don't say it with your mouth, you just think it. Or sometimes just with your actions is how you express. But if you really want something, you want to do it until you make it. You want to fight it until you make it, right? And you want to celebrate each little step. Of course, going from one point to another takes time and effort, but celebrate it. Like we talked the other day about SMART goals. Put SMART goals towards your big goal, or you can what you can do every time and celebrate it. Okay, so basically, excuse me, um, people, as I said, who were happy when they have money, right? Especially right now that we have this bonus coming. How many of you are like, oh, when is my bonus coming? I haven't seen it yet. Really? I mean, if it comes, comes. But if you don't, you don't have to worry about it because you can make more money than that. It's what, 600? I don't know what is it. But what I'm saying is, don't count on that money. Okay, don't count on money. Don't count like we are like waiting for someone to fix our lives. No, we are fixing our own lives. We are making this happen for us. So, and also if you don't receive it, then you're upset. Or people that don't have money or don't get money, then get moody or upset. So basically, the money somehow is a drag. No, it's changes are, if we let it, changes our emotions. And as I said, money is a result of what we do, right? So we have a great system right now. We don't have to invent a new system. We already have a system in place called Renatus, right? That allows us to get the money that we want. But not only that, think about this. You have a product that the product also makes money, right? And eventually, yesterday when I was reading this chapter about money, and applied to me a lot because I was only focused on more. I mean, I was more focused on selling combos, which is great, and I make let's say 10K for each combo. But then you know what was where is the wealth? But I didn't see it yesterday when I only make 1,000. What? Wait, here you make 10, but here you make 1,000. Yeah, exactly. But with this 10,000, I can make it until I level my debt. I mean, if you have any, but at the end, you have to make your team make money, right? So if you help 10 people to make each of them 10,000, you're going to make 10,000 as well. So basically, it's less at the very beginning will be more effort, but every time will be less effort and more money, right? And also you're making other people making money too. So it's a win-win for everyone. So that's when you follow a system. So let's just, for instance, see about Michael, how many people he has it, right? He is focused on helping his team to grow, to make money. And if they make money, he also makes money. And that's where the wealth is. And again, it's hard to understand at the very beginning, but if you're going to the right direction, you focus more on the real wealth. Okay. Again, because the first one where you make the 10K, you are the system. You have to keep doing it all the time. But if you eventually, start to create your own system, your own team, and make it grow, you will control the system. Okay, makes sense. So, uh, so keep careful with the addiction, especially where the way you get the money. If like for me, for instance, I have a lot of uh, attributes from the self-employment quadrant. I need to be in control of things. I need to make it, and sometimes part of going to the other quadrant is learn to delegate, learn to grow with a team, with a system, right? So, well, right now the majority of my income, well, maybe no, 50% of my income comes from me doing things, and the other 50% comes from my passive income. But so I mean, what I want to say basically is that wherever you are right now, don't feel bad. Identify where you are right now, why it's hard to move to another quadrant, and work for it. Excuse me. So as I said before, is it often to break the attachment or to earning money and which way you're making right now? It's hard. I understand it's hard, but we have to break the pattern, basically. Uh, the hardest part uh, about moving from the left side to the right side is the attachment you have to the way you have earning money, right? It's kind of a habit. Because again, when you invite people to do the marketing, and then, or maybe yourself, you are used to make an pay by hour, and then now you are you're becoming a self-employed because you're making money by selling the education, or you are making money by flipping houses, or whatever strategy you are using. But then that doesn't happen every day, right? Happens a lot, but not every day, like a normal job. And then you get stressed if you don't make the sales, or you don't make the fix and flip in time. Then uh, then you get stressed. Oh, I need to pay bills. Oh, I need to do that. I understand that. I understand. But then we have to get rid of those, somehow get rid of those feelings. That's why, okay, and the thing is, almost everyone that wants to join Renatos comes with a baggage of debt, right? I have to pay mortgage, I have to pay my lifestyle, I have to pay my car, blah, 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 blah. And then it's hard for us just to quit your jobs. I understand. I understand. So perhaps one of my advice is try to find a way to start working, getting passive income, restructure your debts, get rid of debts that are not necessary, restructure your numbers. Don't get to use those manage manage the financial situation or the economy provides to you on your favor, on your side. For instance, if I know that I want to reduce my expenses, so I can get quicker to the out of the rat race, I have to realize what debts I don't need to be paying. What are needs and what are debts, right? Oh, I need it. You need it, or you need it, or you want it. What exactly is? And believe it or not, a lot of people don't think education is important, but it's the most important thing. Education will get you out of the cycle where you are right now. That's why we have these fantastic classes. That's why, in I have to say it because again, the last strategy that I applied, and I think I mentioned this last week. I can't believe it, honestly. Now that I'm living what Mark Calder is saying. So, as a self-employed, we have to pay taxes and higher taxes, right? Unless we write off everything. Well, if we write off the majority of our income, when we need to qualify, we don't qualify for anything, right? So if you wanted to acquire properties, or build your portfolio of real estate, you don't qualify for it. I know you can use credit partners. I know that. But what if you are able to do it yourself too, right? So, and I realized I've been waiting since 2017. I realized when I joined Renatos, 18 and 19, working on my taxes, how I'm gonna structure really well. so I can qualify in 2020, which what I did. But this year, you know what? This year I pay a lot of money for 2020. Still hurts me when I talk about it. But uh, but 20 for 20, I mean, I paid taxes for 2019. For 2020, and I mentioned this to you guys already. I have a lot of credit already from my solar panels, from the bonus depreciation. I have perhaps like 60,000 in credits that I'm gonna use if I need it. So at the end, I'm gonna make good money and paying zero in taxes. Oh my goodness, isn't that true? It is true. It's happening. It's possible when you learn how to do it, when you take advantage of whatever is available for all of the small business owners, right? So think about it. Think about it. Um, say, oops. And sometimes I talked to this other girl, and she said, "I'm not paying anything in taxes. Actually, I receive. I mean, I sometimes I don't pay. Sometimes I receive $1,000." And I asked her, "Can I see your W-2?" She said, "Yeah, sure. Here it is." I said, "Well, actually, you paid 30K." No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Look at in your federal taxes. This is what you pay in taxes. Because she makes a lot. She's a W-2. She makes good money. She's like, really? Yes, but you don't see it because they take the money slowly every paycheck. Say, well, I'm making about the same amount of money you're making. I'm gonna pay zero, so I'm gonna say 30K. How do you like that? She's like, how's it working? So then, knowledge is power. Okay, remember, knowledge is power. Okay, excuse me. Let me just move this. All right, guys. Okay, so again, remember, wherever you are right now, in an employee quadrant, self-employed or business or investment, well, perhaps we're not there yet, but whatever you think you are, uh, think first of all if you're happy the way you're making your money, and how you can get disattached and attached from that way. How you can make it. I mean, can I work for free? Think about that. Will myself allow me to work for free? And basically, if you want to go to the big quadrant, sometimes we work for free. Sometimes we provide our time in exchange of knowledge. Someone that knows more than that, say, hey, what can I do for you? I can just help you with your number, your accounting, whatever you're good at. I can help you picking up something from Home Depot, but I just want you to be in your shadow. I want to be with you so that I can learn. Yeah, sure. I mean, of course, you may not have a lot of yeses, but try. That's the best way when you just give your time. Okay. As I said, but it's hard sometimes. Like, oh, I already gave it 2 hours to this person and I learned nothing. Really? We have to change the attitude first, and then the miracle will happen. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Uh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I lost you guys, I think. Okay. So, as I said before, the pattern, whatever we are making the money from, and we're used to, it's a pattern in our body, in our mind, in our soul, how we naturally gravitate towards the subject of money. So, again, the best way, you're gonna get out of the rat race, or you're gonna get wealthy when you start working, delegating and going to the right side of the quadrant. Have a business, and have a business that creates income for you, but you're not an employee of the business. Remember, takes time, but at that point you can certainly have the money working for you. But if you're not used to it, and that takes a lot of more than effort, takes a lot of change of mind. You have to start thinking about, you have to think differently. Okay. Unattached from those emotions of making the money. Where are you making the money from? Okay. When a person feels the need for money, if you're an employee quadrant, you automatically look for a job. If you're self-employed, you will do something alone. If you are in the B quadrant, you will create or buy a system that produces money. And if you're in the I quadrant, you will look for an opportunity to invest in an asset that produces more money, right? So then where are you? Again, no shame to be in any of the quadrants, but think where you want to go. So it's different way of thinking, just different way of thinking. Um, I've been in all, no, actually, I've been in the E quadrant, S quadrant, and right now I'm transitioning to the B quadrant. Okay, but I have to work more on my mind to understand that sometimes when you're going to the B quadrant, sometimes you make this money and you work like this, like a lot more hours, and eventually you will make a lot of money just working like this. But and it's hard sometimes because you want the money right now, right? Anyway, so what is hard to change? Why do you think people? Why do you think people don't change? If it's that easy, if you realize that going to the right quadrant is the solution, what is it hard? What is it hard to change the pattern? As I said before, because sometimes we come with a baggage, with a backpack of debts, and it's hard. Like I already owe money, I already have credit cards, I already have a car, whatever. But but then maybe it's time to change, to think differently. Like why I'm gonna buy a, let's say my situation is like I don't have enough money. Let's say I wanna go to the big quadrant and I don't want to have debts, but I like buy nice cars or nice clothes. Nothing wrong with it, but everything has a time. If I really want to have less liabilities, less debt, I have to just live the life for that moment. It won't be forever. For that moment, I'm gonna just maybe be frugal for this period of time. When I realize, when I get the enough passive income, then I can live the life that I want. But sometimes we want to leave the benefits before we make the money, right? Sometimes we want to leave all of the luxuries based on a credit card, and that's where the trap is. And that's why it's hard. Then when you have to kill your dreams because you have to work for money to pay those debts, right? So then if we start thinking differently, then we can realize, you know what? I'm going to restructure my debts. I'm gonna see. I mean, where my money is going. I mean, what extra things that I don't need to have, I have it so I can remove it. And let's say I have 10,000, let's say that in debt. And you know what? If I pay those 10,000, I will have no more debt. So then I work hard, maybe to sell a combo, whatever it takes. I get 10K to pay that. And now I'm kind of maybe normal. I don't have more debts, only maybe my lifestyle. Okay, so what is my lifestyle amount? Let's say it's 4,000, I don't know, between my mortgage, my food, whatever. So it's for how I can do to at least pay half of that. Start working, think. I mean, the more you think, the more creative you get. But also you have to have, if I get this passive income or somehow I don't have to pay my lifestyle, what am I going to do with my time? Or how this is going to impact me? When you put those feelings, those emotions and your desires, will be easier to acquire or to get your goal, you know? So I know sometimes it's hard between getting the money and your dreams. Like they say, the part of you that still seeks security is in a war with a part of you that wants freedom, right? So you want freedom, but you also want security. So like, then that's why your actions, sometimes you put your time to get money right now, like for a job. I'm talking about 8-hour job when I talk about money. That's not the best way. So you will either build a business or you will go back to finding a job forever. So think about it. What do you want to do? We already have a business right now that we can perhaps check more, learn more about how you can make money, and selling the education. I wouldn't say selling, because perhaps I'm not a salesperson, or I don't consider myself a salesperson, which I heard like us at the end, all of us are. Uh, but the way I wanna perceive it is how I'm gonna bless other people's lives. How I'm gonna bless other people's lives, and I'm gonna talk. If they say yes, fine. If they say no, that's fine. Remember the core beliefs that they've been talking. If they say no, it's their loss. But not only when I believe it and I talk to this person, if they say no, and I said, well, don't worry, we'll be friends. Well, we'll still be friends, you know. And the people just break the wall. Okay, I don't have to. I don't have to buy. You know, they don't feel that pressure because I want them to feel like I want to bless their lives. I not. I wanted to feel because that's how I feel, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, well, hopefully you guys could have taken some notes, or do you have any questions? Let me know. Let's see, questions. Okay, Keely, thanks, Keely. So yeah, we have an ATM today, a 9 as well.
Hey,
So
Lily.
hi, Glenda.
I I was just, wondering. I had to take a phone call. Did you give a book today?
I have a mix of books of Kiyosaki. I read most of his books. So
Okay.
this is kind of I had when I was a coach.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
no problem. Okay, well, thanks, Keely. Happy weekend, wonderful weekend, and go for it. Fight for your goals.
Thank you so much, Lily.
Okay, see ya.
Wonderful training. We'll see you next Friday, and we'll see you all at ATM.
Okay, perfect. Bye bye.
Take care.